So what is a dopamine detox? Dopamine detox is something that allows you to reset your brain and rewire your brain so that you can focus on the tasks that you know you needed to get done but have been procrastinating on. Now this has been a game changer for me. Why? Because I've removed things from my life like video games. I've removed things from my life like short form content. I've removed things from my life like alcohol. And those things are things that give you a dopamine high. Why does it give you a dopamine high? Well, looking at something that is entertaining is going to spike your dopamine. And if your dopamine's spiked, then what that means is that there's some sort of entertainment or enjoyment, which is almost frying your brain. Now, if you control your dopamine levels and you have a really low dopamine threshold and you keep it low to the times only when you need to focus on tasks or get enjoyment out of something, it makes everything so much easier. I want you to imagine that with dopamine, there is a graph. Now, when you're watching something like short form content, this graph is going to go up, 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 up. And then when you stop watching it, it goes down. But then when you watch another piece of short form content, it goes up again, and so on and so on. That's why it's so hard to get out of the routine when you're scrolling, because then you eventually become conscious to it and realize that it's frying your brain. So how do we eliminate this stuff? Well, we go through something called a dopamine detox. Now, Charlie Morgan talks about this loads. And to be honest with you, he was the person that I learned it from. Now, I don't necessarily do everything that he says, but I found the stuff that works best for me and to reset my dopamine. So there's a few things that you can do. The first thing is obviously get rid of short form content, get rid of alcohol, all of the vices that you know are bad for you. Now, how do you get rid of these? Well, the first thing is you need to dedicate a day of the week or a morning of the week, something that's going to reset you and recharge you. Now, for me, it's going on a walk. If I feel overwhelmed, if I feel stressed, if I feel like I can't focus, that's usually due to the case of my dopamine being really high because I'm consuming too much rubbish or I'm just feel overworked. Now, because of that, I go and take myself for a walk, I go and meditate, and that's going to lower my dopamine level so that eventually when I come back to the task that I'm doing, my dopamine levels are going to go up because dopamine helps you focus. Dopamine helps you lock in on certain tasks. Now, if you have a high dopamine state in the task that you're wanting to do, it's going to make stuff a lot easier. So what you need to do is you need to have a dopamine level that's so low to the point that the only time that you get enjoyment is the things that you're working towards. The things, for example, like fitness, health, business. Those things are things that are going to impact your dopamine in a positive way. So if you rewire your brain so that you get dopamine spikes when you're doing those tasks, then you're going to become addicted to those things, and that's going to become a habit and a routine. Now, if you do this consistently and you find what works for you, and the key is to make sure that whatever the task is that it lowers your dopamine to a point where you're able to focus on stuff properly. Now, that's what you need to be doing, is you need to lower your dopamine so low to the point that when you go to do the tasks that you know you need to get done, you'll get the dopamine spikes from them that are just going to help you to focus. Now, I hope this video provides clarity on what a dopamine detox is. I haven't told you how to do one, but I've told you some things that work for me. Now, you need to find what works for you, whether that's reading, whether that's going for a walk, whether that's meditating, whatever it might be. Do those tasks so they lower your dopamine level in the morning, because what you'll find then is when you go and do the task, it makes life so much easier. Now, I hope this video helps, and remember, as always guys, if you like the video, feel free to like, comment, or even subscribe. I have become a Go High Level affiliate, so if you'd like to try out the software that I use for my agency, then a link's in the description for you to sign up. Otherwise, hope you're having an awesome week, and as always guys, remember, take action.